Loot!
Loot. Another loot, because literally I think 2 days after.
It was a week. We actually filmed
Okay.
the last one a week ago, so it was almost a week since we did the January one.
So yeah, February has now arrived and we're actually doing it in February. Novel concept that is. A couple of things that I did notice in last one, we mentioned Mass Effect Andromeda being in the leaflet at the back, and we thought that might be something to do with what's in this. However, I did get an email from Loot Crate about a week ago saying that advertising it more thoroughly, and what it is there is a Mass Effect Andromeda special edition crate that you have to pay extra money for. So there may not be any Mass Effect items in this crate, unfortunately.
Well, we thought it was more likely to be the March one anyway.
Yeah.
So there may be like one thing in the March one?
Also worth noting, just on the outside, they've redesigned. There's a new, the text is slightly different, and there's a new logo on the side. Which,
Yay, logo.
Yeah, is vaguely cool. But it's a negative space logo, and I love negative space logos, so there's that.
It's also kind of like an impossible figure or something.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Generally, I like this design, so yay, Loot Crate. Let's unclose.
What? Actually open it up and see what's inside?
Well, I felt like it was worth mentioning.
No, that wasn't a criticism of you. That was just me being my usual snarky Loot Crate self-deprecating style.
Fair enough.
I've just seen what's on top.
Oh, robots.
Ooh, Robots.
And we have, what do we go for first? Usually we do the t-shirt first, so let's start with the t-shirt. It's something blueprinty, and I think it's something you're going to like. It looks like a Transformer.
No, I believe that is a Power Rangers one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's got the spiky head. I
tried not to watch it, but there was nothing else on TV when we went to America in the 90s, so...
Conversely, I tried to get into Power Rangers, and I just couldn't. I think it was the thing of, it was the cool thing in the playground, but because I was a girl, that meant that if I wanted to get into Power Rangers, I had to be either the Pink Ranger or... I think the Yellow Ranger was a girl as well? Just generally, so it was sort of I dislike the fact that I am instantly limited in my choices, therefore I refuse to consume this media, because I was a very socially aware child.
I'm never quite sure why, but I really didn't like Power Rangers. I thought it was lame and tacky and not cool, which is odd because everyone at school was watching it and going on about it, so it's not like I had anyone else's external opinion telling me it wasn't cool.
Power Rangers t-shirt, it looks quite cool. Personally, I don't care enough about Power Rangers or giant robots, but
no,
I'm sure we know someone who does. Anyway, moving on, we have Batman. Lego Batman.
Which is the best Batman.
Food container, which I'm intrigued by.
What type of food does it contain?
How does it contain the food? Many questions. Let's find out. So it's obviously, is it this screws open? I can't get it to screw. Does it pop? Is there instructions?
Hold on, maybe it opens if you say, "Darkness, no parents." Yeah, it's worth a try.
It's not microwave safe and it's not dishwasher safe, just so you're aware.
It's storage, to be fair.
Yeah. There's... Oh, hang on. You just gotta be tough. Twist Batman's head off. There we go. The instructions are helpfully inside. It could hold some biscuits. Maybe
if we ever held on to biscuits long enough for them to need storage.
Well, I mean, it's not big enough to really be a lunchbox or a...
No, I think it's definitely meant to sit on a counter.
Yeah,
and store
a fairly small amount, really. There's I can just about fit my fingers in there.
We've got some of the speciality teas.
That's
come
true.
in smaller quantities.
I'm sure we can find use for it, and he does look adorable, even when he doesn't have his ears on. Ooh, but it's really not a very easy one to screw and unscrew.
So starting position needs to be somewhere like there.
This is a very complex cookie jar.
Yeah. No. Okay, here we go. It's going to go. No, it's not going to go.
Not quite. Wonky Batman. We have a
Bat
wonky
wonk.
Batman. Lego! It's specifically
more
for
Lego.
Lego Dimensions, but even if you don't have Lego Dimensions, then you can still just have Lego. It's Bad Cop from the Lego Movie and a little car for him to be in. We have so many Lego person with vehicle sets. Like,
Yeah.
this is a good addition and I'm happy to have it, but I feel like we need to get another shelf just for Lego.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have the good cop face on the other side though?
I'm sure he does. Like,
'Cause
that is the
he's
entire
only
point.
listed as bad cop, not good cop / bad cop.
That's true. I mean, they tend to have multiple faces, but maybe
Yeah.
he has 2 bad cop faces. Only one way to find out.
One way to find out. Well, try not to get Lego everywhere because it does have a habit of pinging off. He can sit next to Spatman.
He can sit next to Batman or Space Batman, as he says.
Batman. No, he is only ever called Spatman.
Yeah, he's got good cop.
Yay! That's good. I think he wasn't legitimately my favourite character in the Lego movie.
Yeah, he was pretty great.
Just, like, I was so sad when, spoilers, but when the thing that happened to him, I was genuinely worried.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, we have, a slightly different lineup of things. So we have a little postcard here with a thank you from the co-founders of Loot Crate. It's the 5th anniversary this year, which is why they've got the new logo.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Luke
birthday,
Crate.
Loot Crate. We don't have a thingy, a
badge.
leaflet. We do have
Oh,
a
no.
badge. We don't have the magazine. That's odd. Anyway,
Interesting. Is that an oversight or did they...
I don't. Here's the badge. It has the robot from the t-shirt. It's Power Rangers again. I think that's the same robot from
Yeah.
the t-shirt.
It looks like it.
Yeah. It's a cool looking badge. If there's anyone who's particularly into Power Rangers or was into and is now into retro, then
Well, we do know someone who literally made a game based around the concept of Power Rangers.
we do. That is true.
Um,
He doesn't talk about it nearly as much as he talks about Sonic, so I'd forgotten that.
yeah, if you haven't seen that, we will post a link down in the description to Ali's channel. We've mentioned in the past, and obviously anyone who's followed Alfie Elf knows that he is
And
actually a game developer, and he's doing loads of really cool live installation, audience participation games at the moment. Just amazing stuff. And one of them is you have one person in the centre of the room playing a game, only the controller is 4 different coloured Power Rangers running around carrying out commands and getting in each other's way. It's amazing. Go watch the trailers and stuff he's got up on his site. It's so good. So I'm sure
he will love both
he'll love
of
some
those
Power
things.
Rangers merch.
Okay, we also have some Tetris magnets. Like that's literally it.
Yeah.
They are Tetris magnets. I
They
thought
are
they might be
indeed.
Tetris sticky notes, but they're magnets.
So you can play Tetris on your own fridge.
Final thing in the box. Ooh. How mysterious. It is the Secret Order of Keys. And it says on the back, unlock the mysteries, lootcrate.com/keys.
Interesting.
Very intriguing.
We may have to have a short break and come back and find out what that actually is. Shall we go away, build a robot, maybe build some Lego,
Yeah.
see what mysteries we can unlock, and come back?
We'll come back to you when all of this is not like this.
Mixed results!
Mixed results. Okay, so first off the box. This was one of the more difficult box transformations that we've had so far. Mostly because the instructions for making the box into the robot are inside this tab. Which is one of the first things you have to do, is fold that tab over so that you can't see it anymore. There was like a whole extra bit of cardboard that you're supposed to, I think, put in there. It says inside it, the robot only has, or Lootbot as he's called, only has 2 settings, which is delirious and grumpy. If you put the cartridge in the thing, then it's supposed to change his emotion.
I see.
So I think that means that you put the cartridge in the thing and then turn the robot around and he's got a different face. So there's that. Also, this is possibly the most useless Loot Crate. purely because the other ones still at least function as a box, whereas this one has a big hole in it. So it's not just that it's taking up space, it's that I can't even put something inside it. But then he's upside down.
He can be headstand bot. I think after a while he might turn to be that way.
Yeah, like, that's no good. He looks adorable, but, like, what? Hello, kids! It's me, Loopbot!
Yay, Loopbot! Pleased to meet you, Loopbot. I would shake your hand.
No, he's dead now.
Somewhat better results on the Lego front, but it was an interesting challenge because I went looking for the instructions and there are no instructions because you're meant to just plug it in and fire up Lego Dimensions and get all the build instructions that way. But by process of elimination, looking at the one picture they do have on the box, I was able to work out where everything has to go. It was quite a fun challenge actually, working out where everything had to go. It made constructing something so tiny a bit more interesting. I might have a go at some of the others at some point just to see what they look like. What are the other options? A missile striker and the aerial squad car. So it is literally the different versions.
Everything the car does in the movie, it can do in, yeah. In terms of the mysterious mystery of the secret order of keys, we went online and
It's
didn't
very
realise-
mysterious.
It's very mysterious because orders for this crate are still open until tomorrow, which means that none of the online access stuff has been added to the website yet. So we don't even have like the pin download available. I'm intrigued. When I do find out, I will get back to you. But so far, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a disappointment. I don't know, shall we delay putting up the video until we've got the rest of the stuff?
Well, hopefully it'll
or-
just be up tomorrow and then we
Yeah.
can find out.
It is now just over a week later, and we haven't actually got round to doing the Secret Order of the Keys thing yet. And I don't know if we will bother for this month at all, because we only got about a week left to do it. It's a cool idea. Basically, you can level up. It's a gamification thing, whereby if you complete a series of challenges, you get a little bit more in the next month's Loot Crate, which I think is quite a good idea. However, this particular iteration should really have been called the Secret Order of the PDFs, because it's just print off at least one PDF, each of which has at least one page, many have multiple pages, in order to then like trace out a pattern using each object in the thing. So you put the points of Batman's cowl from the container down and use it to trace out a pattern and spell out a word. It's an interesting idea, but quite a few of them seem very similar. We didn't really fancy printing out loads of stuff. It seemed a little bit like busy work. The Tetrominoes stuff was a bit more interesting in that they actually had you constructing Tetrominoes and then assembling them in 3D space. So there was some variety there, and it's not a terrible idea, but it ended up being something that we were just a bit reluctant to put the effort into doing. We'll definitely pick a month and do it at least, just to see how it works so we can pop it in a video. It's definitely not something I can see us doing on a regular basis.
Having now had the Loot Crate for quite a few months, I feel like I need to revise my try-by-why status. I feel like I will put this into the try category and not necessarily the buy category purely because they really go hard trying to sell you on other crates. And to an extent, I can understand that. Like, obviously, they are a business and they need to make sure that they are selling the most they can. But I feel like, especially at this point, they've got about 17 different kinds of Loot Crate subscription services. Because you got your standard Loot Crate, and then the extra one, and then the pets one, and then the clothing one. But then you've also got all the like brand specific affiliate partnership crates. They're constantly trying to sell you on all these other services that they do, which I wouldn't mind if it wasn't a case, like perhaps if I was doing it month by month, I wouldn't mind being sold a different crate, because then I could do 1 month of, okay, well, let's see what this thing is. But in order for it to be cheaper per crate, we signed up for the annual service, which is not an insignificant amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bank breaking, I would say, but it's not like...
Yeah, for the amount of stuff you get, I think it's
Yeah.
fairly good value. It's not too bad, but it still means you're committed then.
As a chunk of money to come out in one go, it's not insignificant. So it's like, I don't feel like I haven't got my value for money, but I do feel like Loot Crate as a company is expecting me to put in more money than I have.
There'll be a video coming out at some point about Leon got me a subscription to Flavorly.com, which is a craft beer tasting subscription service, which is really good, but we ran into a problem where Ali and I tasted 5 beers over the course of 2 hours, and then we've got probably about an hour and a half of actually good, usable footage of like interesting anecdotes about stuff and explanations and things, and it's just a little bit too much for me to manage in terms of editing at the moment. But I will one day do some videos on that. That has a system where you sign up to it just on a month-by-month basis, just a recurring thing each month, but also they have a light beers package, a dark beers package, and a mixed package, and any month you can just change your preference. The trouble is all of the other crates are more expensive than this.
Yeah.
They're more specific, they're either bigger or you're going for a particular package. So, but it would be nice to be able to change it up a little bit during the course of the year if you feel like something a bit different.
Yeah, I think my new try by buy status for Loot Crate is try it on the monthly subscription, and then if you're really enjoying it, or if you find that there's a specific one that caters to your most prevalent interest, or even if you just happen to get an unforeseen, like a surprise money event, like a bonus at
surprise
work,
money
or
event.
like a birthday present or something where you end up having money you didn't expect to have. In that case, I would say go for the annual subscription of that particular crate, but otherwise sticking to monthly seems to just be better value per expectation, I would say. Not necessarily value for money overall, but value based on what you are expecting to get.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Overall, a thumb up, but not like an enthusiastic thumbs up for Loot Crate at the moment. Hopefully, when we get to March, there'll be some really amazing stuff, because it does seem to be at the moment we're going on a sort of a 1 crate will like everything in it, and 1 crate will like 2 or 3 things. I think we like just about everything in January's crate.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there was anything in January's crate I wasn't satisfied with.
I don't know if Sarah was too enthused by this. But it is, like...
He's adorable. Like, I have no idea what we're going to do with him, but he's adorable.
If you ignore the fact that it's supposed to be a mug, and the fact that it's supposed to be Shredder, this is great!
Yeah. This has been your Loot Unclosing for February.
Yeah.
And the camera's nearly out of battery.
That is probably a good sign for us to finish.